Hello everybody, welcome to Go Tarot Odyssey. Today I'm out in my back garden and I want to do you a goddess and sort of fairy message read. I was just watching a reader who I really like and I got all excited because she was purporting that my particular group was very rich with fairy activity, and I do feel in my back garden it does look like a fairy oasis. I have all these like old potting sheds and things with overgrowth and just amazing little places that you would swear fairies live. If you want to come see my Instagram page, it's Sparkwist11. I'll do a little film of it right now, what all the little areas look like and all the things you can hear and stuff. And it looks really, like a fairy kingdom. So I like to do the majority of my reads out here because I do believe that the flow of energy is really bright, beautiful, and light, and I always feel safe and good out in any outside environment. I've never been afraid, even when I've been small, out in forests, deep forests up in Maine where there were bears and moose and everything. We would camp out. I just feel really connected to, and I think it's a very grounding, lovely, warm energy, and anytime you can be just out barefoot, go for it. It's super, super grounded. And today we're going to have 4 cards to choose from, and these are goddesses that you have to choose from. Gula, who is healing. We have Branwen, which is forgiveness. We have Gaia, which is earth, and we have Waihi or Yuhi, which is the sun. I think it's pronounced Yuhi, and I love that. I love the gold. I love the colors in these, and I'm going to give you a moment to choose, and we're going to just sort of see what energy is coming through for you and what messages as well. And I'll also choose you a spirit animal because I like animals, fairies, and goddesses all together. I think it's a lovely mix. It's some of my favorite reads, and I feel like with this new Aquarian full moon coming up, there is going to be some astounding breakthroughs in you realizing who you really are, what your potentials are, and the mask of the false fears that have been confronting you are going to blow your mind. Like, I do this all the time. If I feel all of a sudden like a little paralytic or fear coming in for some reason, I address it right away and I go, what am I really afraid of? And when I think of what this fear represents, it immediately evaporates because it doesn't make sense. And most fear is based on a non-reality. It's based on something that has yet to occur anyway. And why would we be thinking of the worst case scenario? It doesn't make any sense, right? So this is bringing in the alignment of truth, that these fears are based in nothing. What we're afraid of has nothing to do with our reality. What we should be doing is forging forward and creating a blueprint and a path of success, not cultivating fear and worry and anything that distracts us, which is exactly what fear does. So we're going to release that. And this beautiful Aquarian full moon is part of that. That's the let's go get together with friends and be with people and be fearless and not worry what other people think. And this is truly, truly a time that we are ready to be interested, not trying to be interesting, right? We're not thinking about ourselves and what others think of us. We want to get out, we want to get to know people, we want to go know situations, opportunities, all of that. So it's a very interesting phase, a very rich intellectual phase where we get to have some substantial understanding of matters that might have eluded us. Like, I'm kind of stepping into that myself. Like, I used to get like a really increased heart rate before I was going out because I was thinking, I would take all these weird things into account, like traffic. Hold on. I'm going to grab a stick so these don't blow away. Like traffic and ridiculous things that would almost sabotage my whole trip before I even left. You know what I mean? And then I've learned to slow that process down and not instill any fear in any of my journey because it simply is something that takes me off the bright anticipation of it, right? So we're going to start with Gula, which is healing. We're going to see what some of your messages are. I already feel like this has to do with you having some internal healing, some healing processes in your heart chakra where you might have had doubts of people's true intentions towards you, your worthiness in love and all of that, and you're having some really great breakthroughs, and because of that, you're attracting love and great relationships, like really where you trust people until you decide they're either worthy of your time or not. I really love that. So yeah, see, awareness. I love this for you. Pay attention to the subtleties. Look with new eyes, and there are signs and omens everywhere. There absolutely are. Most of the time, it's right within your physical self. You'll feel your chakras either tighten, open, feel free and receptive to something, or sort of give you that quiet whisper of, wait a minute, this seems a little off. This doesn't seem as balanced, fair, loving, or whatever as it should be. Really, you'll start to see that numerically. You'll start to see that with electricity. You'll start to see that with animals. All these little things that give us signs. Like today, I saw the most gorgeous thing. I saw a murder of crows right above. Where was I? I was out doing a bunch of things, Anywho, they were above my head, and I looked up and I saw one with a stark white feather. His wings were in full expanse, and he had one stark white feather in his crow wing, and I was like, that's amazing. I've never really looked and paid so close attention to these things. And right away I was just like, you're doing the right thing, because I knew with my new schedule, I'm saying wake up early and do all your work that takes vitality, optimism and stuff before noon. You have that fresh energy. Nothing has weighed you down. Nothing has distracted you from whatever. Public reads, private reads, all done before noon. I had done that, and then I had to go do this recycling run, and I was just really proud of myself for keeping on schedule, not feeling bad for myself, having to run errands and do things. And, just some things. And it made me feel good. And you're going to see that as you're out in your day to day. You're going to see the subtleties that let you know you're on the right track. You're looking for the right things. You're paying attention to your intuition and your feelings. And it's really going to help you. And also, I love this. You have the dignity card, which is saying, take pride in yourself and all that you've become. Feel honored by the choices and achievements and actions you're doing. Every once in a while, really just pat yourself on the back and sit back and look at everything that you've accomplished. As humans, we're always trying to beat our last get, right? We're always trying to excel, go up, up, up. But without that pause and really looking around and giving credit where credit is due, we're just kind of like achieve, check, 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 when that loses the fun, excitement, anticipation of planning, right? And then assessing as we go along. It's that race to the finish line where we're not enjoying, picking out our tracksuit and all the little beautiful things that go with it, seeing the other people that are competing, all of those things. It's like really just getting a line and taking pride in all that, you're becoming. You're trying. Be proud of yourself for watching this video. This means you're looking to light workers and people that are instilling some bright, hopeful energy in with you. So you're obviously looking for things and you're trying to elevate yourself. So be proud of that fact as well. And we're going to find out what your animal spirit card is that's going to help you. Oh my gosh, I love that. You got the dolphin spirit, which says this and that are true. Now this is completely about, all the lovely shades of grays that are in between. Everything is not black and white. This and that can both be true from someone's different perspective. You're like, that exhausted me, and somebody else is like, that was invigorating for me. This and that can be true from our different perspectives. It can give and take different things from us. So realize that one experience is wholeheartedly different for each person. So when we're engaged in something that we truly love, really look around. If you invited others to participate in it with you, that they are also having a good time, because this and that can be true. You can be having a blast where other people can be having a struggle or a hard time. So really look into that, and you're going to be really good at being able to find that, and you're going to be able to give and receive with gratitude and grace. You're going to feel bright and happy. I feel like an assured rebirth is in these next coming months for you. When it comes to your attitude, where you used to feel oppressed and you used to feel like there was too many strict restrictions or boundaries, that you realize that they were just sort of imagined, and now you realize that it's really limitless, that you have opportunities everywhere wherever you look for them. So I love that energy for you, Group 1. So beautiful. Oh, I love that. And I feel like the color blue is going to be very soothing to you. So if you can have like blue agates, lapis lazuli, any of those stones around you, to really look into that, because I feel like they'll be refreshing. They're great communication stones. I love this time of day when the wind picks up, but I don't have anything to blow away. So all of those things. So if you're new to my channel, welcome, and don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below. If you need a private read, my Etsy store is there. The Goddess Provisions box, you can check that out. My Patreon channel, everything is down there. So feel free to click away and see what's going on. And thank you for visiting my channel today. I appreciate it. And thank all my regulars. So now we're on Branwen, which is, look at me, I'm like pushing this stick so far up there so things don't blow away. This is about forgiveness. This is forgiveness of others and self. Now, I'm going to wait till I get closer to the microphone. When we have this, we're lighter, we're brighter, we're not carrying this old baggage around. Why hold grudges? I always thought it was so silly. When we were young, remember, we're like, I'm never going to forgive Jennifer, ever and ever. She said this and that, and it's funny how we can think that something is going to be the end of the world, but the next day we're best friends again, right? It's just one of those things. Let's be like we were when we were children, forgive and forget and forge ahead. That's what life is meant to be, experiencing new, warm connections and not harboring grudges. They're so heavy. Resentment. Have you ever had an argument with a coworker or somebody and you just play it over in your head all night, all day, where you just keep talking to yourself? Come on camera and say hello, little dude. Look at Ciccini and Flexorbs is out here. So how much space that takes up, right? It's confusing, it's annoying, and we actually can get ourselves to feeling unwell if we keep replaying all these things, because we magnify it instead of like even seeing it in the right perspective, right? So this is about, and forgiving ourselves any past deeds that we think we could have done better or whatever, to just release and forgive ourselves. So let's see what your animal is. Oh my gosh, I love this. You have this starfish spirit, which says you're open to infinite possibilities. Again, the limitlessness of everything out there that's open to you. Every single day when we wake up, the second we open our eyes, we know that all things are possible. We have to take away these perceived restrictions that we create in our head. You know, I love when, oh gosh, what is that thing? The Mind Palace from Sherlock Holmes. Like, we go in there and you retrieve things. When you retrieve old memories of like when you just did things because they were fun. You just got in your car, you got on your bike and you went and did them. You didn't overthink it. You didn't take 10 years. You didn't bring a bunch of accumulated garbage with you, like those people that go to the beach and take 1 million things that they don't need. You spend all day packing and very little time at the journey. This is the opposite of you just moving forward, forging ahead, trying new things with gusto and great anticipation, and knowing that, you know, whatever you choose is fine. There's no wrong choice, because once we're on that road, the fact that we, listen, the ice cream man is coming, the fact that we chose it is good enough. You know, a lot of people just stay in their comfort zone and they just keep to this little cycle of doing the same things over and over without any expansion. So be proud of yourself that you're opening up to these possibilities. You also have the Power card, which is saying call upon the elements, focus your intentions. The greatest dragon is within you. Whenever you hear the calling to try something new or to say yes to it, please do that. That's your intuition and your inner dragon that's saying, you know, I can climb any mountain, I can do anything, I can face any obstacle. And there really are no obstacles or sabotage. We create that in our head. Everything is simply a clear playing field for us to experience things. It's what our imagination does with it, right? So if we see an optimum outcome and great things happening, we're calling upon our inner intuition to say, spirits, guides, come help us, protect us, and show us all the grace and wonder that's out there. But we do need to focus our intentions. Where do we want to go? Where, you know, I have to do this each day, and I like to write it down. I'll write down the first few things. Where do I want the day to go? I want to be more informed than I was yesterday. That's usually my first thing. So I'll go on some website and I'll usually watch like some great psychiatrists and stuff, and get some new medical advice and things like that. So then I feel like the power to work with that. Then I get inspired to make new videos that wrap that in there. So like, here's a public announcement right now. I just read all this information on vitamin B12, because every once in a while, if I get run down, I'm curious about minerals and vitamins. And I didn't realize that coffee, if you have over 4 cups of coffee, as you age over age 50, if you have any kind of gallbladder, Crohn's disease, or anything like that, you will usually be deficient in B12, and you will feel that. You will feel run down, and it is an essential vitamin. So if you can read up on that and just see if you've been feeling off lately, look into that. I feel group 2. There might be a reason that you chose to, and that this just popped into my head. But every once in a while, you know what I mean? We're empowered to receive any messages we want. So when we go out and we seek information, we're a little more informed, right? I love that. Let me give these a shape. You also have the dance card, which says, find your heart's rhythm, step lightly and swing with the melody, close your eyes and let joy lead the way. Now, music is always a soothing balm, an uplifting entity in any way, shape, or form. I love when I see kids tapping their feet in the stores to the music that's playing, or they just start dancing. In most supermarkets now, they have music and kids are dancing along. I feel like you're going to have that free-spiritedness. You're going to feel that fairy sort of magic dust is saying, you know, participate in the dance of life. Participate in having joyful, light feelings, and feel the rhythm, and also get into a rhythm. Have a comfortable rhythm of your day where you don't feel stressed or hurried. That's my whole new outlook on things too, to no longer push myself to a degree where I'm exhausted, or I feel like whatever I'm doing is a chore, right? I'm going to take naps, I'm going to rest, I'm going to step aside, I'm going to go to the beach, go outside barefoot, get regrounded, feel refueled, and you're going to be listening to your higher self that's going to help you with that. So this is very important as well. Remember, your thoughts shape your future. Your words create today. Your choice becomes your reality, right? If you choose to eat good, healthy foods that will sustain you and give you good energy, you're going to feel good. You're not going to feel heavy or drained, right? Saturated fats have the exact opposite. And remember too that when you have great inner dialogue with yourself, when you think you can do that, when you know you can achieve anything and go anywhere, you're absolutely going to do that. It is all within you. That power is always there. So have great inner cheerleader that says, go do this. Come on, you got this. Let's try this. Why wouldn't that be worth trying something new where you can elevate your existence by knowing and experiencing something new, right? So I love that energy group too. Beautiful, beautiful energy for you. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my linkazoids are down below. So I'm loving that. Yeah, just get out there and try. I'm just seeing advancements in your life in lots and lots of ways, group too. So really get out there. Now we have Gaia, which is Earth. Okay, right away I'm feeling that you're a nature baby anyway. You love to walk around. You love forests. You love rivers. You love lakes. You love fresh flowers. You love plants. You probably have an affinity and understanding of herbs, spices, and all of holistic medicines as well. I feel like you're probably very connected with that. Let's see what your fairy message is right now too. Yeah, see, nature baby, you definitely are. Sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, and remember who you are and where you want to be. This is my continual source of joy every day when I wake up and I get my coffee and I come out and I start to read for you guys. I love the artwork and all these beautiful cards, but I tell you what, I have this gorgeous like fairy-like garden with all these, they're like little tiny passageways and big, I have everything out here. Ivy, plants, old potting sheds, gorgeous trees, dried wood, tall grasses and everything, and I feel like it's a magic kingdom. So sometimes you have to remember all you need to do is just go out into that fresh air. It's like so restorative. It just washes all the heavy dust that's accumulated in and outside of our head that we feel restricted when we're inside, especially offices and AC and all that buzzing and everything, okay? You also have the Metamorphosis card that's saying, trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. And we're all changing subtly, sometimes people drastically. You ever go on summer break and go back to school and you see a fellow classmate and they look like an entirely different species of person? You're like, oh my God, like they completely matured or changed or cut their hair, grew a few inches, and it blows your mind. This is what I feel is happening to you mentally, that you're going to be growing leaps and bounds. You're going to have remarkable understanding of how energy and works and manifestation is starting to work for you, and you're going to trust in the process. And in that becoming, you're going to be looser, freer, like your face is going to read to others as much less tense, as very kind, as very open. I feel like you're not going to have as much muscle tension because you're not going to be flexing and being tight. I just feel complete loosening. You're becoming this person that understands we are our thoughts, and when our thoughts are free and happy and understanding, that we feel good. And this is, of course, the perfect spirit animal for you, your owl spirit. You see clearly now. You see that when you're restful and you move slowly and carefully and you live in the present and you are doing things and living consciously and paying attention to your wants and needs, and when you're hungry you eat, when you're tired you rest, and when something makes you feel off you move away from it, when something attracts you you move towards it. It's all that beautiful wistful energy of saying, I want to experience nice things and I want to avoid things that are unpleasant. I don't have to participate in that. And Gaia is all about that. The grounding earth, the beautiful feast time, where we get our nutrients from nature, and when we eat things that grow from the ground and off of trees, fresh fruit, vegetables, things like that, we feel good and free. And I feel like you just have a lot of clarity, and you're going to remove things that just don't work for you anymore. They are like clutter in your head, and literal clutter, and you're just saying goodbye to them so you can have freedom and avoid for more beautiful helpful things to come in. So I'm loving that energy for you, and I feel like you'll see a lot of imagery because a lot of synchronicities are going to be taking place for you. I feel like the number 3 is going to be very important, as well as you're going to see lots of woodland creatures as well as owls as totem animals and synchronistic blueprint guides as well. So I love that. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and thank you for stopping by today. My name's Melanie, and it's my pleasure. I make at least one video a day because I go out in my garden and I feel really compelled to sort of start channeling, and there's a lot of positivity in my life since I began this. So I feel like positivity is highly contagious, so be careful what what comes out of your mouth and what you're emoting, because you ever be in a room or a line in a grocery store or something and people start complaining, you start to feel tight and icky and not so great, right? Every kind of emotion is very, very contagious, and people will remember, and it will reside within their hearts that you made them feel good and lifted through you being emotionally contagious in a good way, of you having something positive to say and to contribute. It's very, very important. So all my linkazoids are also below group 2, so get out in nature, because I feel like you are nature babies and it fuels your fire and creativity. And you know, this is your season. I feel like fall, September and October is your season. You absolutely adore it, and get out there and enjoy it, because it's your time to shine for sure. Beautiful Gaian energy, group 3. So now we're on to number 4, which is the sun. I think it's Yuhi. I really love that. Now, I feel like if you chose this, that you are shite. You're shite, and you might as well get out. That's an English saying for shit, which makes me laugh. You are shiny and happy and bright. That is all going to be part of your, like, your love and life story starting now, because what is happening is you two are going through a kind of metamorphosis where you're realizing when you're open for whatever comes next, it might just be the music your heart has been waiting to hear. I feel like people are coming into your life that are going to be helpful. Yeah, see, this was your card, love. Listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There is 1,000,000 reasons to love, and I feel like a lot of you have very substantial soulmate love coming in September and October in the next couple months. You've actually set a kind of platelet for this by your envisionment process and your manifestation. You've been thinking about it. You've been wondering what it would be like to connect with this person that you could get on with so supremely well, and is in everything about them is similar in terms of, you know, values, tastes, and things like that, where you can experience this lovely journey with. And love is going to be all around you, but remember too to have a really good sense of humor about things. Laugh at yourself. It'll lighten your heart. Don't let anything steal your happiness. I'm hearing this. I feel that you're going to be so bright, light, and lit up with love that a few people that aren't as elevated as you are going to kind of try to steal your light, because there's a little bit of enviness going on. But you're really keen to that, and instead of being angry or confrontational about it, you're simply going to have empathy for people that still have the gloomy doomies. They just don't know how to release from that. So you're going to be more empathetic than you are going to be angry. They're not actually going to physically try to do anything to harm you. They seem heavier and weightier, and every once in a while they'll have to chime in with some skepticism, you know, that tries to burst your bubble. But forget that, baby. You are way beyond that. You're gently flowing through all this turbulence. Life is helping shape you in a great way, and you're not going to break. You're also going to be soaring with confidence. You're going to rise up and be standing tall, because you're going to have this fire in your soul that knows all these good things are now being released to you because you're ready for them, right? And you also have the change card, which is saying you are transforming. So let go of the past, embrace the light, enjoy this new day. It is your time. It's time to open your wings and fly. These opportunities coming your way are really once in a lifetime, substantial offerings, and you deserve them. Just know that that's something we have to recognize. You are worthy. You deserve this. So step into this, and we're going to see what animal energy is coming for you. I knew this. It was going to be a strong one. Overcome any obstacle. With this Rhino spirit, you're just saying that, you know what? Mountains are mountains when we create them. Molehills are molehills when we create them. So you're not going to be creating anything big that you feel like you have to hurdle over, because you realize it's all basically within our mindscape to create these things, right? You ever like get a cough and think, oh my gosh, I have pneumonia or something huge like that. All of a sudden, a tiny little inconvenience becomes a tragedy. You're realizing that that's how the mind works. So since you can control your mind and what it's thinking, you're only propelling it towards good things, successes, opportunities, the limitlessness that is out there. And I feel like it's going to open a huge creative endeavor for you, and you're going to see success in I feel like you're just going to be a master problem solver. You're going to be, get out that notebook, and everybody's going to be coming to you, because things are going to flow to you with ease because you simplified. You're not overcomplicating things. A rhino, if it sees something in the way, it uses its horn, it pushes it out of the way. End of game, right? Steps over it. And that's what you're going to be able to do. You're just going to see it for what it is, a very simplistic solution to everything, right? And you're just going to work through all these things with ease. I love that. And even more importantly, I feel like you're really stepping into knowing your worth, which is very important, because oftentimes when people think they're not worthy of something, they're dismissive of it, or they don't see the true potential of it because they don't give it its full chance. But you're knowing that you wholeheartedly put your spirit into all that you do, so you're deserving of anything good that comes that way. So it's time for a deep dive into life, because you're going to come up, you know, smelling like roses, and everybody's going to want to be near you because you're just going to seem like the good luck shiny penny, you know what I mean? Love is going to be all around. You're going to feel just good, like you're divinely protected and guided, and your blueprint is solid. So really follow it and know and slow down. If you ever feel like things are going a little too fast and you want to recalibrate, know that it is your journey. You can slow down whenever you want, relationship wise, business wise, family wise, whatever it is. The choices are always yours, and as long as you just focus on what you want, it's going to come about the way you want, because you're really masterful now at guiding yourself to the right place, because your perspective is so much better. You just are waking up to the fact that you are in control at all times. Nobody can sabotage you. Nobody can make you feel bad. It's all resides within us. And as soon as that clicked, you're like, let's go do these things. And you're really in it to win it now. So I love that. Beautiful energy, group 4. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. My name is Melanie Williams. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and to all my regulars and subscribers and patrons, I appreciate and love you guys so much. I mean, you're such a dynamic, hilarious, wonderful group of individuals, and I cherish reading your comments and connecting with you every day on Instagram too. It's so wonderful. I just feel like we're all crazy little kindred spirits that are happy, hopeful, and joyful, and we all help each other. You know, we all buoy each other and lift each other's moods, and that's important. We're all connected, and that's where love resides, in connectivity, right? So I'm excited. I'm going to go upload.